Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, so before we get to the meat of the show, right, I need to bring up something that I found out about, right, like yesterday. So as you know, hey man, the Gochizos are fucking popular as fuck. Everybody wants Gochizos, you know, right?
Yeah.
They're the greatest toy, right? There's to the point where there's a black market happening.
They're all getting bought up.
Right.
The secondary market for Gochizos is out of control. Yeah.
Right, so after this episode, they announced something fucking stupid that I was not expecting them to announce. This is not Gochizo adjacent. I mean, it is Gochizo adjacent. It's not a Gochizo, but they announced this, you know, right? Oh, let's see if it loads. Beep, 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 boop, pop, pop, pop.
It's coming through. Okay, I mean, I feel like that, honestly, don't they always put out the, like, little trinket toys also?
But I mean, no, like this has already come out. Yeah, no,
I mean,
but this was released at the beginning of the show.
It's weird that it's only coming out now, but it's...
They're re-releasing this phone, but with updated sound bits.
Oh, because they've added so many new ones?
Right, so they're releasing the Gavv phone, but it's not the Uncle Dente version.
Lakia and Dente edition. Wait. What is the Lakia and Dente edition ad?
Alright, so it's pretty much all of the...
Oh my god, does it have... Hold on, does it have... If you put the Zaku chip, does it give you his whole message? I'm reading it in Japanese from the flyer.
So you know how Lakia ended the episode like, hey, did Uncle Dente leave you any final message?
Yeah, and then they go, yeah, here, why don't you listen? And then they cut to black so that they can sell you on the only way that you'll find out is if you buy this fucking phone? That's fucking crazy. This is enough Japanese that I can read it and go, that they're trying to sell this one fucking message. That's fucking crazy.
This is absolutely... If you want to hear Uncle Dente's final message to Shoma...
His dying words. If you want to hear the dying words of this weird... whale monster man.
If you want to hear his fucking recording, right? If you want to hear what Walter White's final message on the tape was, you know, right?
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely unhinged. Hunter want to say this. So I was like, hey, man, what did Uncle Dente have to say to Shoma and Hato, you know, right?
Look,
I'm kind of curious what he has to say.
Capitalism strikes again. We've even worked to commodify a dying man's last wishes. That's crazy. Imagine if they were selling copies of, like, Jimmy Carter's will.
Right, so I didn't watch the episode yet. When I saw the announcement of this phone, I was like, alright, what the fuck's the point of this phone? Feels kind of fucking pointless to re-release. Like, I didn't realize the Gavv phone was that popular enough, right?
I guess it's easier to have the Gavv phone and the Gochizo than to have, like a whole belt, because you could just take any of the Gochizo and
I don't know, I feel like
re
re-releasing a belt is just way easier, right? But like, I was just so confused when I first saw the announcement. I was like, hey, what the fuck? Then I finally watched the episode. I was like, oh.
I'm gonna look up the Gavv phone now. Let's get this thing started. But I gotta learn more about the fucking Gavv phone.
Right. All right. Hey, it is Kamen Rider Gavv episode 40. Remember À la Mode or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Reminiscent À la Mode. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Hey, man. Look. Man, hey, look, it is not a good day. Man, Hanto, oh my god, Uncle Dente, he was one of the good granules, you know, right?
Yeah. Oh man, he was killed.
I liked him.
I didn't even, yeah.
Right?
Fucking...
I can't believe he's gone, you know, right? Yeah. Me and him had so much going for, you know?
Yeah, we had all of that interaction that 2 times when he made me shit. So that I could stop sucking.
And, right? And in fact, if you think about most of our interaction with Uncle Dente, it's mainly just us going through. It's like, oh, good day, I got a problem, you know. Hey, can you whip up? Can you make something for me? You know, right? I broke my DS. You know, can you figure out how to fix my DS for me, please? You know, right? Right? It's not like how look. I like how they portray like. I mean, I guess he was a main cast member, but he was like really more of guest cast, if right, more of guest cast than anything. I was like. It's like, yeah, man, you know, man, Uncle Dente, R.I.P., you know, right? I can't believe he's gone, right? Right. In fact, everyone has all these intricate, like, oh man, person's like, it's like, did he? Did we? Were we that well aware that these characters had that much personal, right, outside of Shoma, obviously, right?
Yeah. I mean, at least with Sachika, it's like, I get that she kind of saw, like, the, like, I guess, humanity of Dente, like, of Shoma's human friends, because he didn't even take Hanto, even after he had the conversation with, even after, like, Hanto finds out that he's a Granyu, he still doesn't immediately take him to, like, meet the family, right? But Sachika actually met Dente first, and so, like, and Dente was the one that told her, like, hey, if, is he, like, kinda, like, is he having problems at school or something? Because his Gavv's all gunked up, like, he needs to let it out somewhere. And so, like, they actually had some level of interaction. Lakia, and to a certain extent, definitely had a more vested thing, because Lakia, similar to Hanto, is shoot first, ask questions later. I
like how Shoma just dropped the ball to Hanto. Like, yeah, we kind of figured out that Glotto was the killer, you know? Right? She has a right. It turns out that.
The way that he was killed was identical to the way that Komel was killed. Remember Komel? You know, the one that's that Granute that's Lakia's brother? He's like, oh shit, right, you do have family, but fuck, oh, crazy.
But not deleting for Glotto. You know, I think it's, you know, I was honestly expecting when they cut to Glotto in the castle, right? When she started doing all her flashback, it was only gonna flashback to scenes within the show, and they weren't gonna film new scenes, right? But just to show how right, I was honestly
I was really hoping that it was just going to be scenes of Glotto being, like, bullying everybody else in the family, and
but look, Glotto's all alone now. You know, everyone's gone. You know, technically, 2 of them are still alive.
Yep. I mean, she's technically Nielva's still alive, and technically, actually, also so is fucking.
You know,
Jeep.
right?
Jeep is still alive. He just got his ass
trapped in a. Not only is he trapped in like a loveless marriage, but I think he's right. He is just trapped in general. And you need to get him out. You know, right? Did he have?
Look. Act like a look. If you act like an asshole, you go out like an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Right, but don't worry. Look,
Jeep
he has
is getting
the
what he
perfume.
deserves.
You know, right? Because
yeah. Yes, we've packaged it specifically for you, as only a girl could have.
Look,
this toxin that makes people high. It's now in perfume.
You know, right?
That is not.
Look.
I mean, yeah. I guess this is. Yeah. I was just gonna say, she says at a point when she's running around with the 2 part-timers, like, grabbing people up, she's like, I just have to use it like Longo Nissan did. Longo didn't do that. Longo wasn't just running around haphazardly, spraying people and grabbing them off the street. He had a whole elaborate plan to hook a whole fucking, like, idol group, rock band concert hall worth of people in one swoop. He was getting baseball fields of people in one swoop. He was gassing up enclosed spaces and just taking people. He wasn't running down the street and going, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you, like Pokemon.
The classic mall sales pitch. Would you like to test out our new perfume? Right?
But there's like, again, this goes to like the craziness of like the way that Stomach Inc. was operating for, and it's canon. 20 plus years, right, of how they acquired presses for Dark, like how they acquired humans. Let's start with just the fact that how they acquired humans before they even got to presses, where they would just abduct humans off the fucking street like Hanto's mom. But then they got to like presses, and it's like, okay, go start working at a yakiniku shop, or you go pretend to make like confectionery like treats for kids. Just be a creepy ice cream, be a creepy guy in a van going, do you want some candy, little child? Like, do all sort of, hey, establish an elaborate, fucking, what's it called? Not gaslighting, fucking catfishing scheme where you, a 12-year-old, catfish all these grown women into coming over. You go with all these things. And then when it just gets down to it, it really is just like, you could have just been doping these people and fucking catching... Drugs exist, Mike. There's so many other ways they could have done this.
This is R&D, right? They were in a multi-year research and development, like, all right, why don't we just start sending out a bunch of our part-timers to do a bunch of odd jobs, right? And then, we'll figure out which one of these odd jobs will end up sticking, right? And we'll pivot towards that, right? Right? Look, this is how you gotta cast a wide net, right? Are we gonna ignore the fact that there's a lot of holes in this net? And we'll patch it up as we...
There's a lot of holes in this net. There's a lot of holes in this very wide net that I would say it's less of a net. It's less of a net and more of just a collection of Swiss cheese
but look, Shoma realized everyone is sad, so hey, let's have some of that pulling a la mode, Hanto, you too.
Yeah, we gotta honor the memory of
Hanto,
we gotta live the way that Uncle Dente would have wanted by eating human sweets.
When Hanto was, I was like, I don't think Hanto deserves to have this pulling a la mode, He did spend the entire day.
Yeah,
trying to Uber
Hanto,
across
I guess
Japan,
it's like Hanto, right?
because he put down the wrong fucking zip code, right?
Yeah, I do think it's funny that Hanto has the a la mode, and then it's just like, Lakia will be fine. We'll find him later. Lakia. You have no correspondence with Lakia until you eventually run out to find him. And he has been wandering the streets aimlessly.
I think that,
and you just bring him a picnic basket full of rocks.
He can take care of himself.
Yeah, he's been gone for like... Yeah, he's an adult alien. He's an adult monster from another dimension that doesn't understand human society, has a disguise that hides his jellyfish form, and has a absolutely raging revenge boner right now that he will honestly probably go
also,
at all
real quick,
costs.
I didn't know what the fuck pulling a la mode is, but it's just a bunch of random shit surrounding pudding.
Yeah, I thought it was at least like gelled together with like some
it's
fruit
just
or something.
It's
just a bunch of fucking fruit on a platter and like a pudding in the middle.
Shoma's Gochizo situation. Once again, I thought there was an actual singular item, right? But no.
That's not even the more frustrating thing that happens with putting a la mode in terms of the Gochizo shit. But yes,
right, but no, just a point. Right, so
this creates there'd be something like that.
I was skipping forward, but it creates the fucking putting a la mode Gochizo. I was like, oh, I thought you think it just right because I'm looking this up. Like, what do they got on their putting out? They got I assume it's melon.
They got some some cantaloupe. It looks like apple. I think it's either an orange or a lemon.
It's a whipped cream. I was like, oh, okay. Well, once again, What's it? I hate how the Gochu's logic works in this, right? So, because even, as I don't know how much they actually eat there, because they don't show them actually devouring this fucking, right? So I don't actually show just ate the pudding, or they just like, oh wow.
Yeah, they have.
Right,
yeah, they take a bite and then go, isn't that tasty? Oh shit, there's a message from Uncle Dente that we probably should have listened to when the Zakuzaki chips came earlier.
Logic works, and by the end of this revelation, right? And then also I just found out, I just hate what the fuck pulling Alamo is. I thought it was like an actual dish, though. It's just like a bunch of separate shit. You just put it together and be like, all right, yep, that's a food. That's it. This is its own original thing. It's not. You're just putting a bunch of bits together. You know, right? This doesn't really count as its own original thing. But yeah, but look, it turns out that Uncle Dente knew he was gonna die. He's like, and look, look, kids, this is, hey, look, before I die, this is where I left the gold. You know, you guys gotta find my treasure. You know, right? It's
I left it all in one piece.
But yeah, meanwhile, Glada's going around, right, just scooping people up with her gang squad. You know.
Yeah, her two inconspicuous part-timers who are just lifting up their stomachs and hoping that nobody fucking is looking at them. And they're not even
it's like the middle
looking
of the day
twice when they're
or
fucking
something,
catching
you
these
know,
people.
Right? Yeah, look, they're getting all these people, you know, and the plan is working, right? Look, Lockiest, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
all
good
according
enough,
to Keikaku.
you know, right? Look,
run around and grab them.
This is
grab them.
probably equals the amount that Longo did when he kidnapped an entire plane full of people, you know, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Lockie's not in the mood, you know. He's not hungry for rocks, you know. Shomo went out this way, and I think it was pretty funny how Shomo put the rocks in Tupperware. I was kind of just expecting to put it in like a bag, like a Ziploc bag, like, hey, I got some rocks for you, you know. Yeah, but
I got some rocks. Ooh, jingle jangle. Here's some rocks.
You know, right? If this was under any fucking context, this would be like the most insane thing to see in the street. You know, right? A guy just.
I also want to point out, this is just an aside about Lakia and his hungering for rocks. It's very funny to me that since we've had Lakia as a Kamen Rider, and I think, honestly, the entire time that we've had Gavv, we have not had the obligatory quarry fight scene, because I think it would be very funny to have the fucking Granutes go to the quarry fight and be like, holy shit, this is just out there? Oh my god! And just start focusing on eating the fucking... Yeah, I don't need drugs. There's such bounty in this world. We all of our food shortage issues in the Granny world are solved by this one quarry.
It's funny how just random rocks in this fucking Tupperware container. But look, Shoma gives him the speech of revenge. You know, like, hey, look, hey, look, yeah, look, a lot of people have died for me too. You know, right? You're not the only one that had.
Yeah. Hey, people die Hey, some of us are gonna die.
Right?
Okay?
Look. I gotta survive too. You know, I'm moving forward. You know, I can't dwell in the past for so long. You know, right? But yeah, look. The Gochizo recon squad or whatever tries to communicate that hey, there's something happening. You know, once again, I still support that
Yeah. The Gochizos, luckily, are still doing their job of patrolling the city, and unfortunately, the only people they can find back at the house are the two humans that can't understand a fucking word they say. But they know enough about... Yeah, they're getting better at charades. They're learning how to use props. Okay, they're figuring out how to do it with props.
The whole fucking... Oh, hey, do you guys get it now? Right? Do you guys... Right?
Yeah. Eventually, once Shoma... The problem is that only so many of them live long enough to understand human communication, so none of them are around long enough for Sachika to teach them
I really hope
human
at
language.
some point these fucking Gochis all... Right? Because it's clear that the Gochis can eventually learn human language, as evidenced by fucking the flappe of... right? Because that thing can fucking speak. I mean,
by the frappe.
For Japanese, you know, right? That thing, right? That means that's like it.
Yeah. It has full sentences. It has access to complete sentence structure and sentence
about this, right? But yeah, Shoma goes looking. All right, hey, all right, if you want to stand here in your little gravel, in your little.
Hey, if you're still sulking when I come back, that's fine. We'll talk about it. But I gotta go actually get shit done.
Runs off, and we come back to Lockett, and he's witnessing all the people, right, who got snapped. Well, not the people who snapped, but the people who got affected, right? This is a fucking child walking the street.
The people who are left over. The people who are left looking for their loved ones.
I was like,
Yup, and nope. Right. None of the humans are doing anything to help the child either.
I don't know, like 10, 12-year-old kid just walking the streets like, wow, that's fucking crazy how there's just like this kid walking. I guess everyone's too busy with their own missing person, you know, right, to notice, right, to notice this 12-year-old kid walking the street.
Yeah.
Right, you know, he's not.
Yeah, get out of the way, kid. I've got a husband to find.
Right, that's the only thing our store
sells.
Sells,
weird antique silverware.
Right. Yeah, look, Honto and Shoma finds Glada.
Yeah. Honto and Shoma are the first ones to get to Glada, and unfortunately, Glada is the first villain to truly understand the weakness of the Gochi pod, which is if I just kill them before they get in, I win.
I love the way she fucking
I win.
She just cut. She realized, oh wait, just don't let them out. Also, did she also kill them spiritually as well? What's up with that?
I mean, she just killed. She killed them, and they died in the way that they die when Shoma uses them, where they just turn. They have their fucking little.
Gochi's own logic. Right? I don't know if there exists a Gochi's heaven, right? Because there's an angel Gochi's with a hand.
I'm sure they want to. I'm sure that Shoma wants to believe. Here's the question, right? When Shoma was in the Grand World and he was stuck in captivity with his mother, did his mother teach him about the theology of the human world too? Does he know about God? Does he know about the afterlife? Has he learned the word of God and has accepted him as his one true savior?
It's like Naruto and his shadow.
Right. So Shoma understands life and death, but does he, and by extension the Gochizos, extend to the idea of after death?
Like, oh, so these just don't exist? I mean, like, did they go to like limbo now, right? Because she cut them from a spiritual plane as well, right? To the point where like all these that was gonna ascend, right? Now they're like, oh no, never mind. I guess these don't. I guess they're just these specific are now just stuck in limbo now. You know, like they don't go to Gochi's or heaven or Gochi's or hell. You know.
Yeah, they lived a sinful life and they have been purged for not.
Look, man. Hey, Haku has just now been reduced to all right. Go fight the agent. Yeah. Boy, hey, look, remember when Hato
to clean up duty and like go and get the other stuff? Yeah,
secondary main writer of the show, you know. Right?
Look, I mean, he is the secondary writer, and I will say, look, the fact of the matter is that Honto, before Frappe Custom, facing two agents, would have probably gotten his ass kicked, and about the only thing he could have accomplished was grabbing the suitcase and running away with it. Like, Frappe Custom is finally having enough power to take on two agents, because we've also established
as well during his arc, right? When with Kenji or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying the agents have proven to be stronger than the average part-timer. So it makes sense that like using Frappe like that's worthy of like using your power-up form. But it is like, man, these are your power-up form, your fucking Frappe thing is expendable. I mean, I guess you could use it, but like, I don't know that I wouldn't personally chosen to use it.
Yeah, Shoma's getting his ass beat, you know. The way Lakia's here, you know, right? Right, look, he's gonna fix his percentage. And remember Invisible
Lakia
Jelly?
shows up
you
just
know?
in time. Yeah, shows up in his invisibility form. Doesn't use the invisibility form enough. Really feel like that could have been utilized better than
yelling at Glory. He could have
in this
sneak
fight.
attack right up to her, you know? Right?
Well, he does sneak attack her, and then he takes off the invisibility and doesn't go invisible again. I feel like he should have gone invisible again and fucking snatched the fucking presses out of her fucking hands.
This is all part of Uncle Dente's plan.
But anyway, it's time for the dramatic moment where, it's luckily because of Lakia's poor judgment, we get to have the dramatic scene where Lakia gets to declare that he's now chosen to fight for justice and to protect people, not just for his own petty revenge. And now that gives him strength. And I do this for Komel and Dente. And all of that leads to Shoma spitting out another new power-up for his friends.
So was Uncle Dente's... Right, did Uncle Dente really want it? Putting a la mode, right? Or did he only want it...
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. It's the difference between, right, when Dente made the frappe... the casing for the frappe Gochizo for Hanto, and Shoma filled it up with, like, the frappe custom. And it's like, okay, I guess, right? Alright, so that, like, they worked together, it was Dente's, like, product, and Shoma put the finishing touches on it. This is just a thing that Shoma spat out.
Yeah, and it just happens. It's good. It's a good thing that Loki is able to use this.
I don't know, right?
Would have been really fucking awkward, you know, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's not only that, it's good that Loki is able to use this. It's good that Shoma didn't try to use it either, because would that have worked? Should he have tried to use it? I don't know.
Look, I know I'm gonna die, you know, right? But hey, look, my successor, NNM, you know, right? They will solve the Kira case, you know. It is all part of. In order to solve the Kira case, I have to die, you know, right? This is all part of my future foolproof plan, you know, right? In about 10 years, you know,
Yeah, my 40-step plan.
Look.
My 40-step plan that still involves me dying.
That light is Kira, you know. But this is all part of my plan, right? And everything.
The only way to bring these characters to bring all the team together is for them to bond over
really
my
fucking
death.
Convenient, you know, right? That this all worked out. That it did. You know, right? It's not like Uncle Dente. What's it? Way back to the... Hey, look, we still don't know what Uncle Dente's final words are, right? Because we haven't bought the fucking stupid Gavv phone, Lakia and Dente.
Yeah, we haven't bought the second Gavv phone. We haven't bought the Gavv burner phone, which is just for
so maybe we're missing something, you know.
Maybe
Uncle Dente did reveal in his final message, like, oh, Joe, hey, you actually, hey, look, I wasn't shit posting when I say I wanted putting Alamo, you know. No, this is part of my multi-step plan, show. You have to eat this, you know, right? Right?
Yeah. I knew this was what
you cannot tell
Lakia
everyone
would
else
need,
about this
and
plan,
I knew that Lakia would be the one to chase after Glada.
Putting Alamo, you know, right? Yeah, right. It's right. If you force it, it's not gonna work. You know, right? You gotta have everyone in on this together. So you gotta convince them to eat putting Alamo, right? Once again, it's really weird. You know, it's not like he had the plans laid out. I mean, well, I'm sorry, he didn't have like the schematics, or like he was like the show. Like, going back to the Gochi Pod, right?
Yeah, he wasn't like Niel, where he was like scheming up like blueprints or something.
Yeah, you know, right? Hey, look,
working on something
when I die,
I don't know.
Be sure. I hope when I die, you guys play this CD, you know, right? This non-labeled CD that contains my final message and plan, right? It's really fucking weird. But you know, hey, Kali Alamo, hey, this one is fucking sick. The henshin sequence, look, a modern Kamen Rider.
I actually think I like the henshin sequence. Okay, it's a little. Okay. There's a lot going on with it. Is my thing. But I like the part where Lakia reaches down and pulls the table up.
Do we?
Yeah.
Like, is this a thing that we?
That to me is sick as shit. I mean, we've seen before that Hanto can drown in the pudding cup when he transforms. Well,
that is physics.
It's a thing that is
you're right. That is true.
Somewhat physically generated. And even if we think back to things like Build, right? We have established in Build that when what's his name, Sento, when he transforms, it can trap people inside of it and push things away.
Just so tier.
Yeah, he cranks the nozzle to lift it up. I just think that was a sick move. The whole thing with all of his pudding stuff has been dropping down a chute, so I get
it
is a lot of stuff happening.
For the fact that as a tertiary writer, you know, right, he gets an actual final form, right, that isn't relegated to
Yeah, I will say my issue with it is that it feels a little bit redundant, or what's the right term? Not redundant, but derivative. When we just finished with Gotchard and we had
Kurogane, a spawner.
Fuck. What was he?
Spawner
shit where Valverad, where it was also silver,
right? Because Spawner's form was kind of
fucking.
Form. It was just a silver body, so they call it a day. You know, right? I think this form has enough individual bits.
Yeah, it was just a silver repaint. They've actually changed armor pieces. They give him a shield. I agree. I'm not a huge fan of the silver Kamen Rider suits in general. I wasn't a big fan of Metal Cluster Hopper. I do like this for Lakia because he just gets to wreck shop. The fucking fight scene where he generates the shield and then
man, the fight sequence where
kicks him off the fucking fence and then the fence is dangling, so he sticks his foot in. Yeah, I wanted to text you about that when I saw it.
This is such a well done scene.
This scene is fucking insane.
You gotta shake it off, you know, right? You gotta.
And he gets his own fucking. For whatever reason, "Shake It Off" is his fucking theme song.
His character, putting Alamo's character song is "Shake It Off." I was like, alright, what do you mean "Shake It Off"? Right? You know, can you legally do that?
Yeah,
you know?
like the Tanner Swift song?
Okay. Alright, sure. This fight sequence, pretty fucking good. That entire Veiling fight sequence was amazing, you know? Him just hanging off there and fighting her like that.
Yeah, dangling with his leg caught in the fence, and then Glada's reaching down, beating at him off the fucking side of it.
Alright.
And then Shoma jumps in and goes K-King form, and just the two summons his
go.
whip
Going back to the
soldiers,
ultimate way for Kamen Rider to win a fight. Gang tactics, you know? We just gang up on it. Right, this will work and everything.
Just gang up on them.
And also that entire fight sequence, right, where it's just where it's all four of them just doing this 360, right, this 360 shot of as they slowly rotate around her, as everyone just fucking attacks from every single fucking side was really good, you know.
Oh yeah, just so many good moments, and then it ends with they knock the presses out of Glada. And then Shoma just steps back and holds them and watches Lakia walk menacingly towards fucking. Towards
also, I don't know about you. Did the editing for his rider kick feel really
this is your kill.
Weird to you? Right?
Yeah, I mean, there's something weird with, like, the lighting that they're, like, the light effects that they're doing with it. Like, it's
I think the sequence is also really right because the way because his kick is not like a regular rider kick where it's just like he jump.
Yeah, right? He jumps up and does like a spinning
kicks, they cut to like a front shot of him that looks like the final shot of the kick, but then they cut back to I'm sorry, he's still in his weird spinning motion. I don't know what they were doing. I feel like that's just a weird editing choice, right? It looks really off, right? But yeah, hey, Glotton's dead. Oh, dead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, so we have the whole moment afterwards with where the gang gets to settle down, but then the true end, where we have Glotta, once again, proving that we kill people in this show, but sometimes we don't. Sheeta, honestly, has been done the dirtiest of all of the, stomach siblings, because when she died, she was fucking wiped off the face of the earth. Jeep, Longo died, right? And that he died, and then Jeep should have died, but he gets to run away to fight another day, and then Glotta dies, but only after she's beaten and then stumbles away in her stupidly big high heels down into an alley to die sad and alone. And how else are we could have just killed her there. We didn't have to have this whole drawn-out sequence. Oh, how else would we have the big reveal? The fact, so the big reveal, as I said before, as I've been saying, they're gonna bring Longo back because they wouldn't spend all that time putting a scar on his Granute form if they weren't gonna use that later on. That being said, the fact that Longo in his human form doesn't have like a cool fucking
or an eye patch,
Sam Jackson, Nick Fury scar on his eye, or an eye patch.
I would have been mad.
Makes me so fucking mad.
Right, to show that he's been right. They pull like he's been hiding underground. He's been building his own. Look, I can remake the stomach ache as many times as I can. I'll just look as this company goes down. I'll just make it again. I got a bunch of these names. Right. I'll call them.
Yeah. I read The Art of the Deal by, fucking, oh, god damn it. What was Gen's, character's name?
Dan Kuroto?
In X-Aid? Fuck. What was it? God damn it. We just did all the... Yeah, I read The Art of the Deal by Dan Kuroto. Right, I know how to rebuild a company from scratch after it's been just taken away from me.
Right, what's going on? Right. Yeah.
I've got to assume that she dies. I really hope that she dies. We've got to start. I want to get back to the opening, showing people turn to dust.
And then they can show Longo in the opening again. We gotcha. We've been tricking you for the last 3, 4, 4 episodes. Is he gone?
Hey, that's the real question. Speaking of being tricked. The ending preview for next week, and when you look at or the title being glasses coming close or sidling spectacles, whatever, however they want to translate it, it's the It literally is just Megane, which is like glasses. If Shuga comes back next week, I'm gonna
according to what I've heard, there's still a bitter gap that's running around. Apparently, I wasn't even aware that they're. Apparently, according to what people were saying, there's apparently still a bitter gap clone running around. I wasn't even aware that there was a. I thought Lockheed got rid of them all. Right? But apparently,
yeah, because I guess there could have been. I mean, he made multiple. So I guess if they're counting the ones that showed up in the when
apparently one of them
found out, and there were like 3.
Right, I think apparently for what I'm reading,
if they're
one of them
from
did
that.
not die. Of course, we're not talking about the one that were floating in the aquarium, right? Not those. Those are all dead. Those haven't been born yet. Those are still in incubation there. But apparently there's.
Right. That was yes.
Right. Yeah, but there's still one bitter Gavv that's walking. That's still alive apparently. I guess I don't know what the fuck to do. So look. So hey, place your bet on who this mysterious hooded figure could be. You know, it could be. I'm gonna be really funny if it's let's see. What is Shoma's actor's name? Yeah, he's actually it's just him wearing Suga's glasses. You're like, oh yes, it's me. You know, right? I've taken on my father's appearance, his glasses, his most distinctive feet. I can't see out of these. Yeah, I can't see that. I fucking can't see out of these.
I now wear them in his memory.
Obviously, because these prescriptions are not for me. You know, right? These are not an aesthetic. These are not. He wasn't wearing these for aesthetics. You know, right? He was actually.
These are meant for a 47-year-old man. Right? Yeah,
I think it's 3-month-old. I think it's gonna be real funny if it's one of the bigger and bitter Gavv, and he's just wearing Sugar's fucking glasses, you know, right? But yeah, look, they're still But here's the thing. I was also kind of mad, right? That they revealed Longo, right? Because here's the thing. I saw the preview image floating around before I watched this episode. I saw like the hooded figure. I was like, oh, is this Longo? Oh fuck it! Oh my god, is that Longo? But then they showed Longo by the I was like, okay, never mind. And there goes that fucking theory I had. You know, I was kind of mad that they already revealed right that Longo was back. I felt like they could have kept it up, you know, right? With Glada, right, as she's died, like she sees the figure approaches her, but they don't.
Yeah, she sees somebody and she thinks that she thinks that she sees Longo or whatever, and we just don't show it. Like we didn't have to show what Longo looks like right now.
Right,
we could just have
they could just lean on the reveal the big spoiler. You know, I also was expecting it to be Nerville the entire time. Like, oh hey, yeah, man.
I guess he.
He's still part of the family. You know, he might be scheming. You know, but he's still there. You know, right? Yeah, but I think it's also just really weird that they show Longo back like that. I feel like they could have kept this big reveal a little bit more, you know, right? Maybe made it more impactful or something. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for this week's episode. Hey, look. Lockett got his revenge. He's no longer full of hate.
Yeah. Place your bets in the comments, and we'll see.
Right.
And we'll definitely read them and see who's right in the end.
Is a bitter Shoma wearing Sugar's glass.
My bet is on a sugar clone.
Made a sugar clone, right? All right. Look, I have a meme. I'm gonna work on it in the background. I said I didn't get a chance to make it right today. You know, that's my old story. You know,
all good,
right? But hey, all right, good episode. Hey, I think Pulling Alamo is sick. You know, the best. Look, he has a top and bottom design, which for tertiary rider, it's pretty. Look, that's more.
Yeah, that's true. They changed everything but the brown kicks.
I think they're actually putting effort willing to accept into tertiary rider of the show, and not waiting till like the last fucking 5 episodes or like a spin-off movie, right? To give them a.
Yeah, I mean the shit with I mean Valvarad and Majade really had it the worst.
Right. Look, they had to spend all those money on those gacha forms, alright? You know. Alright. Is that it for this week's episode?
Yeah.
Alright. Kate, thanks, bye.
I think that's it. Hey, Austin.
Yeah.
So, look, you know me. You know, Molly and I, we like to just go around watching whatever the fuck bullshit, you know, we can find.
Right. Look, we live in the digital age, you know.
It's the digital
all the
age.
movies in the world, all the movies in the world at your fingertips, you know, right?
Yeah. We have the whole thing, and so. So,
real quick, before we get started, I was over at the house of a friend this weekend for like a celebration, right? So I wanted to put up some random bullshit on the background, right, to watch for party people, like something like they don't have to invest it, right? So I'm just trying to look up Rush Hour. It's on a. I thought it would be on something like Netflix or something. Not on Netflix, all right? It's on like fucking Max for some fucking goddamn reason. I was like, oh man, this is fucking bullshit. I don't want to deal with that. So I was like, all right, let me pick up another random ass movie that I can put on the background real quick. I'll put Jurassic Park, right? On Peacock. I was like, fuck, okay, well I give up. Fucking bull. I hate the streaming era. Right? That was the fucking worst. I wasted 5 minutes for nothing. All right, but yeah. All right, that's my quick tangent. All right, yeah, go back to what you were saying.
So, look, the newest. I preface that to say, I want the listeners, however, all of two handfuls that listen this far, I want them to know, I'm not doing a bit when this happens. This keeps happening to me accidentally. So
did you get a free 3D printer again?
No. I got another jump scare by a surprise cameo. So here's the thing, right? So the new thing that Molly's gotten hooked on and has now dragged me into is that show Shameless. Do you remember that?
Is that the one with Adam Driver?
No. That was Girls. Shameless is here. I'm gonna let's see. What's a good? I had stuff.
I'm looking up Shameless. Okay,
no, don't look it up. Don't look it up. You'll spoil what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, okay. I saw the air date. I didn't see anything else. All right. Yeah. Okay.
It aired it started airing in 2011. Fucking stopped airing like 4 or 5 years ago, crazily enough.
Well, that's 10 years.
Right. It was, but as for like a Showtime show, it's just like it's one of those shows where it's like, I didn't know that. I never, for a show I never watched, but kept like hearing like on Showtime, and I'd be like, well, I'm not getting Showtime, and I don't feel like watching it. If you'll notice, there's actually some notable people in there. We got William H. Macy. We got we've got current heartthrob, fucking Jeremy Allen White of The Bear. We've got, I'm pretty sure, fucking, isn't he, Cal Katarn or whatever? Fucking Star Wars video game boy? The redhead on the right?
Yeah. All the way on the right.
Yeah, isn't he also, like, the Joker in, fucking Gotham?
One of them? Yeah, he's in one of them, Right.
So I'm pointing all this out. This is also based off of a British show, like everything else that's good in America. We stole it from the British, cause fuck those limey bastards. But so I want to show you though. So this is what the cast looked like. This is what the cast looked like in the first season.
Okay.
Right? Look at how the children grow, right? Yeah, they get they're gonna get so big and more fucked up because literally this is just a show about a bunch of fucked up white trash people. But we're watching like the first episode.
Okay.
And so the girl on the black-haired girl on the left, the oldest one, that's the oldest daughter of the family. All of these are supposed to be William H. Macy's kids, including the black kid. Don't get into it. It's a thing that happens. They discuss it. It's weird. So all of these are supposed to be William H. Macy's kids. In, like, episode 1, William H. Macy's daughter, Fiona, who's like the de facto matriarch because their mom is crazy and not in their lives because she's fucking crazy, who takes care of everybody. It really the de facto head of the house because William H. Macy plays a just absolutely piss-drunk alcoholic, like, degenerate. She's at the club, trying to blow off some steam, hang out with people. And she meets a guy, and she starts dating him, and it's like a thing where they're in a relationship.
Oh boy, is it the Black Ranger from SPD?
No, it's not. No. Well, now hold on. No, now you know very well there was no Black Ranger in SPD. There was only the Red Ranger. You made the old school Hasbro slip up. You made that patented Saban. Well, he's black, so he must be the Black Ranger. He's the Red Ranger, you fool.
Yeah.
But I want to show you I'm gonna post a picture of the season 1 DVD because he's a pretty main cast recurring character, and see if you can point out who in this photo is making a really surprise, fucking terrifying appearance for me.
Let me see if I can pull this image. This image is very low res. Boys, is that Channing Tatum again, or are we back to?
Let's take it aside, Austin. What is the absolute all-time, no debate by anybody in the world, worst anime adaptation to live action?
Let's see. We got. There's Dragon Ball. There's Death Note. Right?
What would you say is the ultimate? I mean, truly, the number. What is the lauded as the worst one of them all?
Probably Dragon Ball, right?
Probably Dragon Ball. You mean Dragon Ball Evolution, right? 2006's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah.
Was it 2006? Yeah, 2009. Sorry,
2007. Yeah.
It's important to note that Shameless came out in 2011, just 2 years before, just 2 years after everybody fucking agreed that Dragon Ball was again the worst one. Right? It's the worst one. It's the worst one. It never should have been made. It's bad. It's bad, and it's bad, and it hurts. Right? Now I'm going to show you another picture from, that's just a still from the season. Does anybody here look familiar? Like they might, think of this as a lineup of criminals. Like maybe somebody in here is a criminal.
I don't know. There's Weavy Mason, I recognize him,
Yeah, right? But who here might have participated in some criminal activity regarding Dragon Ball Evolution?
Boy. I said that since we're speaking of the topic of Dragon Ball Evolution, is the lead actor from Dragon Ball Evolution in this picture, right?
Well, let's see. Let's see if you can compare and contrast.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what he looks like? Man, I don't remember. I don't know. I keep thinking that's what. Oh, boy, is that him all the way in the back? In the black leather jacket?
He's the one dating the oldest daughter, who, I'm also just now realizing the oldest daughter played Bulma in Dragon Ball Evolution. They're both guilty.
Oh, wait, did they go from Shameless to Dragon Ball Evolution?
No, they go from Dragon Ball Evolution to Shameless, which is somehow worse.
It's pretty fucking bad, I'm not gonna lie, right?
And also, they were allowed to be essentially leading roles in this show a mere 2 years after fucking Dragon Ball Evolution? What the fuck?
Boy, man, can you imagine the day that they met on set again, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You were allowed to come back to... Also, I'm not gonna pull it up because I realize I'd have to do, editing just to be a decent person to send it to you on Discord. They fuck so many times, completely shirtless, titties out, nipples out, because it's Showtime and they can get away with it.
In Shameless, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about the real life, but maybe they did too. I don't know. I don't know what... I never watched Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't know if there's weird pseudo-sexual energy between Bulma and Goku for no goddamn reason in that too. I don't know, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fucking weird. I think that's real funny how they go from one project again to the next project again. Right? I have to assume that was unintentional, right?
Yeah,
unless they're represented by the same...
every time that I see it... Well, I don't know. What was Fox Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yes? Right? I don't know about I don't know what their agency is. Right? Who's their representative?
Oh my god. okay, every time I go back to Dragon Ball Evolution, it is more and more fucking insane. The guy who played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer was Piccolo. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was 20th Century Fox. I'm curious if one of these production companies has anything to do with Shameless.
Oh, so if I look up Dragon Ball and then just put the word shameless together in the same. What's the? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. There is a post about that in the Shameless subreddit, you know.
Jesus Christ. That's pretty bad. Imagine this being your favorite show and you not knowing that he committed this crime.
That's real fucking bad.
Anyway, so yeah, just another day where I discover mid watching something that, hey, I know that guy, I hate that guy, or I know that guy, he was in something bad.
Maybe you and Monk should stop just going back and watching old shows, you know, and start going forward and watching the newer shows, you know, right? Shows that you won't have connections to, you know, right? Right.
Oh, well,
right.
Look, here's the last thing I'll say about that. You say this, but Molly reminded me. That I also we have actually seen him him in something that we watched and cared about more recently, and that was truly upsetting too, because he was in this.
Oh yeah. There's his name. You know.
There's him. He's right there. He's the guy in the cape.
Oh wow, yeah. Look. You can look. You know, look. Chris Evans played Johnny Storm, and everyone hated it. You know, right? But then years later, he played
but we didn't know what we had. We didn't know what we had lost until what we truly should have valued until we got other ones. And now, but the same cannot be said for Justin Chatwin of Son Goku Dragon Ball Evolution 2009 fame.
You know, right, man. You know, yeah. How do you feel if you go to like a modern sighting event? I don't know if he's one of those actors that goes to conventions or whatever the fuck, right? Hey, man, just bring my Dragon Ball Evolution DVD, you know, right? Do you think it was sightable? You know?
I think I talked to Molly about this, and I said there are a lot of actors and celebrities that I feel like, oh my god, I see them, but like I don't want to bother them. But some that I feel like I could have like a quick conversation with, or be like, hey man, oh, I love what you do. You watching anything cool? Like, can I put you on to like this? Like, Donald Glover, I feel like could be a cool person to talk to just real quickly and like have a quick conversation.
Right, yeah. As long as you don't bother, be like, hey man, be like, hey, quick fan of your work, you know, right?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Right, not like those fucking weirdos, right? That follow celebrities into the bathroom or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
Like, yeah,
you know.
But I told Molly, I don't know that if I saw Justin Chatwin in public, I would have the strength to not just, like, scream a random obscenity at him and then play dumb and act like I didn't say anything just to...
No, that wasn't me. That was the other guy,
just scream, fuck Dragon Ball Evolution, or, like, you're not Goku, and just scream that real loud in an airport.
I think really? You'd be more insane if you were to scream in public, "You're not Goku," you know, right?
I'm just saying, but really something that would explicitly target him, and that only he would recognize as like a dog whistle, but for an insult, you know.